Morning, Steve here in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Well, a couple of things. Number one, it's USDA report day, and they will come out with September 1 stocks. I think for the beans, it'll be record high for corn, 30-year highs, and wheat a little bit less than a year ago. I think pretty much those numbers are in the prices already, and we'll see though how the algorithms react to the numbers. It's also month end, and we'll be watching this week a lot of different things. First, we're watching the funds. They're short the grains, and we'll see if they want to hold those positions through harvest, and if they want to cover some shorts post-harvest and see if we get a little bit of bounce in prices. Number two is weather. Wet weather is going to be predominant across most of the U.S. over the next couple of weeks. Heavy rains over the weekend is going to slow maturation and harvest from like Missouri all the way through Illinois, parts of southern Iowa, Wisconsin, and into central Indiana. And that's the areas that will probably see more rain down the road. So the question mark is, are we going to drop some yields because of this excessive rainfall? Brazil is in line to get some rains. Argentina could also see finally some rains in the western part of its wheat growing areas. And Australia remains dry. One of the reasons why wheat has rallied of late is that snow, rain, cold weather is beginning to raise concern about the quality of crops in Canada and now also in Montana and part of the U.S. Still no trade deal yet. A lot of news over the weekend suggesting that the President of the United States might delist Chinese companies on U.S. exchanges. Was also talking some heavy type rhetoric, and the Chinese came back and said, if anything happens, they probably will step away from the trade talks. But group is supposed to meet in October, and some people say we're about 90% close to having some kind of trade deal. The stickler points is that the Chinese, I think, wants all the tariffs dropped before they start buying U.S. ag goods. We also note that the trade will be watching the October crop report. USDA should have a little bit more harvest data. We'll also have some acreage data to see if the numbers come down. Farmers are reluctant sellers, especially in corn, waiting for a bullish report from the USDA to maybe have D's corn go back and test 390. Beans are already back close to $9 on hopes for some kind of trade deal. But as far as the bean complexes, there's plenty of beans. And we'll see if that offers some resistance in prices as we get closer to $9. And then we've got the politics in Washington, and we'll have to see how the equity and commodity markets handle this. Right now, 2020 looks kind of like a bearish year potentially for both stocks and commodities, worried about a recession here in the United States and also globally. So we'll see what the government has to say. We'll be a little smarter at 11 o'clock. We'll be back with a video saying what the stocks numbers mean, and then we'll kind of see how we close into the end of the month and next week. As always, these are my thoughts, not those of ADM or ADM Investor Services. Have a safe and profitable trading day.